Hey, Nob, where are you woolly-footed slow coach? Nob!
Coming, sir, coming.
Tell Bob there's 5 ponies that have to be stabled. They must find room somehow.
I'll find you, sir.
Now, who did you say you are?
Mr. Took.
Took?
And Mr. Brandybuck.
Brandybuck?
And this is Sam Gamgee.
Gamgee.
And my name is Underhill.
Underhill. There now. There's that party that came up from Greenway from down south last night. That was strange enough to begin with. And I thought I had something to remember. It's gone again. But it'll come back when I have time to think. This way now. I don't know whether you would care to join the company for supper. The company would be very pleased to welcome you. We don't get outsiders, travelers from the Shire, begging your pardon, very often.
It'll be too stuffy in there for me. You others go.
And you'll come in here and sit down and make yourselves comfortable. And these are our local Bree folk. Rushlight, Coatleaf, Heathertoad, Appledore, Thistlewood, a Ferny too over there. And some of your own folk. The Mugwort family here. And Mr. Banks, Mr. Brockhouse, and Mr. Longholes. There's Mr. Sandheaver and young Tunnelly. And some of your own family, to be sure, the Underhills from Staddle. Here's another Mr. Underhill.
What brings this Underhill here, then? What brings you here?
I'm interested in history and geography.
Aha! Yes. Isn't that nice?
And I'm writing a book. A book. Yes. We'd like to collect information about hobbits living outside the Shire, especially in these the eastern land. Yes.
Well, there's plenty of us there.
Oh, Solomon here can tell you some folks would know.
How about the stockhouses? They might know something.
Yeah, but what do you do yourself, Mr. Underhill?
After a time, as Frodo didn't prove very communicative, he soon found himself sitting alone in a corner, listening and looking around. The men in the room and the dwarves were mostly talking of distant events and telling news of a kind that was becoming only too familiar. There was trouble away in the south. The men from Greenway were already on the move, looking for lands where they could find some peace. The local inhabitants were sympathetic, but not very ready for large numbers of strangers arriving in their little land. Suddenly Frodo noticed a strange-looking, weather-beaten man sitting in the shadows near the wall, listening intently to the talk. Under his hood he showed a shaggy head of dark hair flecked with grey, and in a pale, stern face a pair of keen grey eyes.
Mr. Butterbur, who is that man?
Him? I don't rightly know. He's one of the wandering folk. Rangers, we call him. He seldom talks. He disappears for a month or a year, and then he pops up again. He's known around here as Strider. Goes about at a great rate. Oh, there now. He's waving you over to him.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Underhill. If old Butterbur got your name right.
He did.
Well, Master Underhill, if I were you, I should stop your young friends from talking too much. This isn't the Shire. There are strange folk about, and there have been even stranger travelers through Bree lately. Listen, there's one of you now.
Then Bilbo gave his final birthday party. It was a great success. I leave you now, he says.
You'd better do something quick.
I have something to tell. And I have a song to sing. Why don't I put on the ring? No, I must certainly stop it from getting lost, though.
Frodo stepped nervously upon a small table near the main company of guests.
Now a song.
His hand was in his pocket, and he held the ring. Suddenly his foot slipped. He rolled off the table with a crash, clatter, and a bump, and the ring slipped on his finger. He crawled under the tables to the dark corner by Strider and took off the ring.
Where's he got to?
He's vanished.
Did you see that? Slop through the floor without leaving a hole.
Here. I don't like this at all, I don't.
Boy, what's going on
you
here?
get away from those newcomers.
Vanished into thin air again.
I saw what I saw, and then I saw what I didn't.
Well, you've put your foot in it, or should I say your finger.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do. But we'd better wait until the uproar's died down. Then, if you please, Mr. Baggins, I should like a quiet word with you.
What about?
A matter of some importance to us both.